Hi, my name is Chloe Guzman, and I am here interviewing Miss Tafoya in regards to her son Atlas. We're doing an open-ended functional assessment interview. Good morning, Miss Tafoya. How old would you say that Atlas is?
Atlas is 4 years and 0 months. He was born on October 15th of 2020.
Oh, amazing. And what is your relationship to Atlas?
He is my son.
Beautiful. And you said son. All right. First, we're going to start off with some just relative background information. What would you describe his language skills as? Like, is he nonverbal, like certain word utterances, maybe like disjointed sentences, or just like full fluency?
More towards, he can say 1 or 2 words.
Okay.
But his vocabulary is very small.
Okay. So reliably one word utterances, but it can get a little bit more or a little bit less depending. Small vocab. Okay, I'll take that in. Does he currently attend any type of schooling? I know he's only around the age of 4.
He does. He's in pre-K with the public school system.
Pre-K and public school. Okay. Does he have any preferred toys? Like, what type of play skills does he have? Are there any leisure activities that he's really into?
He loves jumping on the trampoline.
Okay.
He actually loves to wrap the blanket around his head and jump on the trampoline, which I feel is a little bit dangerous, but he loves it.
Okay.
He also loves his Spider-Man mask and his Spider-Man action figure.
Ooh, big Spider-Man boy we love. What else does he prefer, if there's anything?
He loves water. He loves kinetic sand, really anything he can cover himself in.
Okay.
Loves bubbles, and he likes playing with the lights.
Ooh, so it seems like there's some like type of sensory input going on. Is your child currently taking any medication for problem behaviors?
He's taking lithium.
Lithium? I'm assuming at his age, it's like a smaller dose.
Yep, once in the morning, once at night.
Okay. Nice. All right. So next we're gonna go on to like objective definitions, or maybe like observable things that you've noticed. What type of problem behaviors does Atlas engage in?
So he engages in
It could be like aggression, disruption, SIB.
Yeah, so aggression, SIB, he likes to run away.
Okay.
And he also drops on the floor.
Okay, so aggression, SIB, eloping, which is essentially running away, and dropping, okay? Which one of these behaviors is you would deem the most concerning?
His SIB.
Okay.
He runs into walls a lot.
Okay.
Especially if they have a texture to them.
Okay.
And he doesn't brace himself, so it's usually head first. Okay.
Head first, SIB, hard surfaces. Nice. What are your top 3 most concerning behaviors?
The SIB, and then his aggression, and then his elopement.
Okay. And elopement, are there any other that you would deem just as like dangerous compared to the others, or do you think those are like pretty solid top 3 for you?
Those are the top 3. The dropping is more on the lower side. That's when, we are at our highest, and we're going to be there for a while.
Okay. So we're going to work on ranging the intensities of each of these. So I'm going to go through each of those 3 that you just stated, and then you will tell me if you feel like they're more high range to low range. When it comes to his SIB, do you believe that the intensity is on the higher end, moderate end, or low end?
Higher end.
Higher end. What about that of aggression?
Higher end.
And that of dropping?
Lower end.
Lower. Nice. Do you have any additional comments you would have to add to that, or do you feel like that's pretty?
No, the elopement is on moderate end.
Elopement, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can definitely put that in for you also. Beautiful. Do these different types of behaviors tend to happen in clusters, meaning like a lot at one time, or do you feel like it's more of just like a one-off? Do certain precedes other behaviors?
It depends on the situation. It could definitely be a one-off, but if we are frustrated enough, it could turn into we're seeing everything
Okay.
at once.
Okay. So it could start off from like dropping, but then it could go to like self-injurious behavior, aggression if you try to engage, things like that. Okay. Do any of these behaviors tend to precede the others? So like, do we drop first? Do we tend to like try it and elope first? Do you see like one-offs of aggression or self-injurious behavior before? Or do you think it's all kind of just like simultaneous?
I would say it starts with self-injurious behavior.
Okay.
And then usually aggression follows, and elopement and dropping can kind of go between each other.
Okay. So, but we do tend to see that SIB be initial.
First
okay.
thing that he does, yeah.
Nice. Now we're going to move on to like seeing if we can help determine if there's like any antecedent conditions, meaning condition or setting events prior to these behaviors that can lead to them occurring. Under what conditions or situations do you feel that problem behaviors are most likely to occur in?
When he's engaging with his classmates or siblings, whenever he's told no, when he's not having enough attention, and I mean, sometimes he just does things with no reason. So like they're running into walls. I think he sees a wall that he likes and he runs into it for no reason.
That seems like it could probably stem more in like the sensory aspect of things, but we can definitely keep going. Thank you. Do any of these problem behaviors reliably occur during any particular activities?
Yes, recess time and bedtime.
And which problem behaviors reliably occur during that?
Recess time is going to be the SIB, the aggression, and the elopement.
Okay.
And bedtime is going to be SIB, aggression, and dropping.
Okay. Does Atlas seem to have certain reliable triggers to these problem behaviors?
Being around a lot of people.
Okay.
I could tell he just gets very overwhelmed. Being told no, and when he's tired.
And when he's tired. Okay. Is he often tired? Do you feel like he doesn't have like a good sleep routine?
Yeah, he's pretty restless in the night.
Do these problem behaviors ever occur when you break specific routines or interrupt activities that he's already engaged in?
Yes.
Okay.
If we're breaking a routine, or if it's a day off and he's not going to school, we're going to see those behaviors a lot more.
Okay. Do these behaviors occur when it appears that Atlas does not get his way?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe to me what he often tries to control?
His toys. He does not like when his siblings touch his toys. What's on the TV. He doesn't like TV shows. He only likes listening to music.
Okay.
And his food. If we don't eat the right foods, he's going to have a bunch of behaviors.
Okay. Thank you for that. Now we're going to focus on some questions that can help determine consequences, meaning things that can be implemented post behaviors occurring. So how do you or others respond when Atlas engages in these behaviors?
It depends. So if it's like dropping, I try not to give it any attention. I'll just kind of attend to my other children and wait for him to come to me, letting me know that he's ready.
Okay.
If he's hitting himself or others, we try to take breaths or play with Spider-Man.
Does that seem to work?
Only when he's not escalated.
Okay.
So if we catch it early enough, it works. It kind of calms him down. But if we don't catch it early enough, we go into full meltdown.
Okay. So if you have those kind of like one-offs, typically Spider-Man can help redirect, but if we're like fully escalated, it's just you just try and deal as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. What do you and others do to help Atlas calm down once he's engaged in these behaviors?
We try to give him choices.
Choices?
So if we tell him what to do after, we can see him kind of doing what he just did before he was calmed down. So hitting himself, running into the walls. But if we give him a choice, it seems to kind of go 75-25. So 75% of the time, he'll go and engage in what he wants to, and 25% of the time, he'll just start re-engaging in those behaviors.
So it can, for the most part, work, but there are definitely times when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you or others usually do to help distract from him engaging in these problem behaviors?
Say it again.
What do you or others help do to distract Atlas from engaging in behaviors? So, like, if you notice he's kind of getting like a little more escalated, or you know certain things can trigger it, what do you do to help distract him from engaging?
We'll try to like lower the volume of like TVs, radios. We'll give him an option to go in his room and cuddle with his blanket.
Okay.
Jump on the trampoline, just kind of the stuff that he likes to do.
Yeah, get him engaged in things that he enjoys. Okay. All right, and final couple questions here. What do you think that Atlas is trying to communicate when he engages in these problem behaviors, if any?
What he wants or his feelings.
Okay.
He doesn't have many words, so I think he gets frustrated, but he can't tell us those things.
Yeah, understandable. Okay. Do you think that these types of problem behaviors can be a form of self-stimulation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely think they're running into the walls.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of, after it, he takes a second and he feels his head. Like I was mentioning earlier, if it's like a brick wall, he'll try to feel where those indentions are.
Okay. Or if it's like texture, to see if the texture transferred.
And
okay.
He'll just rub his head against that texture. That's the biggest one I see.
Okay. That is great. Thank you. And lastly here, do you think that, why do you think that Atlas is engaging in these behaviors?
I think there's many reasons. I think the main reason is his little communication, not being able to say what he wants to do, what's going on in his head, or, you know, those types of things, and not enough attention. We're a family of 4, and, you know, we have 2 under 2, and then we have AT or Atlas, and then we have, you know, a 3-year-old. So a lot of kids that need attention.
Yeah, not just solely
him.
Gotcha.
And you know how people react to his behaviors. I think if people give attention to it sometimes, it kind of feels it, especially if we're missing that attention that he's wanting.
Definitely. Nice. Well, thank you so much. This will conduct our FAI, and if you have any other information, you can email me, or you have my contact, so we can go over that. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right.